People have told me for 3 weeks now, write your speech, write your speech. How do you write a speech for this? How can a speech do justice to this hall? Now, I know that a speech is written to give you some order in your mind. However, I doubt very seriously if all of those great men would be in this hall if they were men of order. They are here because this game is a game of reaction. And my reaction today is one of joy, excitement, delight, and wonderment. It never bothered me that I was going from a small town in Arkansas to a large university like the University of Illinois. However, I later found out, my sophomore year, that I had to play against Ohio State and the great Woody Hayes. Hi, Coach. By the time my 3 years of varsity athletics was up, Coach Woody Hayes was able to say, I am the only coach in the National Football League that defensed Bobby Mitchell, and he never lets me forget it. From the University of Illinois, after some great days, particularly in track with Ray Elliott, and in football with Ray Elliott, and in track with Leo Johnson, Paul Brown sent a scout to talk to me about football. And at that time, I had only seen 2 professional football games in my life. I'd seen the Bears play a couple of times on TV. I really didn't have much interest in professional football. I love track. My intention was to wait for the Olympics in '60. My wife said, no way, particularly when Paul said he was going to give me $7,000. I was very fortunate to have Paul Brown. Paul Brown taught me football. He taught me what it means to be a gentleman. He taught me about taking care of family, and he taught me about security. All of those things I have used in my life to bring me to this point. I was fortunate to be in the backfield with the great Jim Brown. My first 4 years, therefore, was very easy because it was Jim Brown up the middle, Jim Brown to the left, Jim Brown to the right, and occasionally a pitch out to Bobby Mitchell. I had a great day and a sad day. I was traded to the Washington Redskins, which started a very beautiful association with Bill McPeak and some great athletes. We didn't win a lot of games, but we cared about each other. I was in a city that cared about Bobby Mitchell. And as Mr. Marshall said to me, we are taking you out of the shadow of Jim Brown. And that was right, because I had some good years after that. I would like to thank Mr. Jack Kent Cook and John Cook for giving me the day off so I could be here today. As you go through life, particularly in this game, you go nowhere without family. I feel especially proud today to have my father here, his wife, Ruthie, my mother-in-law, Susan, my brother, Joe, and his wife, Betty, and a lady who has been with me through all of this, my wife. I miss my mother. I wish she could be here today. God, how she would laugh. She would be exceedingly happy that her son has made it to this point. She never understood this game of crashing into one another, beating up on one another, and she never understood why they wanted to hit her son. And she always wanted me to run fast and beat them back. But Mother, I love you, and I outran them and I beat them. When the ultimate happens to you, there are hundreds of people you want to thank. Love requires this. But I can't embrace all of you today. So I'm glad that all of you know who you are. One of the greatest things happened to me and the rest of the enshrinees yesterday was a luncheon where we had the opportunity to spend a couple hours with those great men in these halls. In the past, to me, they were merely people among the archives. But yesterday I stood face to face with the men who made pro football. It makes you wonder if you're worthy. I have always wanted to be recognized and respected. My enshrinement today tells me that I'm recognized. The love of my family and all of my friends tells me I'm respected.